Okay. Hold on, guys. This is the first time that we'll be doing this. So if we have anybody right now, just bear in mind that we'll surely have a lot of technical mistakes today. It's to be expected. I would love to ask everybody, guys, all of you, if everything's looking fine right now. Bruno should be freezed, which is completely normal. Right now he should be back live. But if you could just send me a message over the chat and let me know if everything's working. Bruno, I don't know if you can speak just for a bit so we can check the audio.
Hi everybody, how are you doing?
Okay, great. Let us know if you can hear us. Is everything fine? Let's see, we have Jager87. Everything's fine. Yes, everything's fine. Thank you, guys. Thanks for that. Okay. So we have another member of the team checking whether the transmission's live. Hopefully everything will go well, okay? But again, just be kind to us. This is going to be the first time we're doing this. Again, mistakes are to be expected, as you may guess. And obviously, we shouldn't be judged as the professionals are. Just think of this as an amateur transmission as of today. Okay. Hopefully, with time it will be better. Right now, by the way, I won't be able to see the chat. We're working on that as well. At some point in the future, we will be able to see the chat live while we're speaking. So when we go to the Q&A part of the transmission, I'm gonna be jumping to the chat. Okay, so Bruno may freeze every now and then. We're figuring things out again. When I go to the chat and read the messages, he's gonna be freezing for a bit. I'll go back to him whenever he needs to speak, and hopefully everything will run smoothly. So if everybody's ready, we can start right now. As you may see, as you may have guessed by now, we have Bruno with us. He's our tech lead. My name is Juancho. Some of you may know me. I may have communicated directly with you guys. I'm the business lead at Chordata Motion. Bruno is joining us, by the way, from the place where Chordata Motion was born. When we were just a tiny, after-hours project that was happening, after Bruno's regular working hours. So it's nice to see that place again. Those of you who haven't seen it so far, you may have seen it in some videos. Those of you who haven't so far, this is the birthplace of Chordata, back in Italy. So, Bruno, how are you doing today? Are you ready to go?
I'm fine. I don't really know what to say, but yeah, fine, ready to go.
Great, great. On that note, I think we can start by reviewing everything that has happened in terms of the offerings on the Kickstarter. Okay, we wanted to do a quick review of everything that has happened, just so that nobody's lost when we talk about components or what's happening or redesigns. In order to do this, I'm gonna jump. Bruno, you're gonna disappear from the screen. Okay, I'll jump to this overview that we've prepared on the different updates that we've done. Just give me 1 second, and I'll be with you in a bit. Okay, so in terms of the updates, first and foremost, before we start, I would have to say that we at Chordata, once we finished with the Kickstarter, what we did is we prepared our orders because we were seeing some signs that some of the components may be lacking in stock at some point in time. Okay, we would have never imagined that the scenario that we're in today would have been possible, even possible. We were thinking of, I don't know, delays of a couple of weeks. We were not thinking of this sort of stock issue that we're experiencing on the planet, basically. So what we did is we did a purchase request for all of the components that we needed in order to go to production. Okay. Now, after that, we started noticing that some of the providers were experiencing some delays. Okay. This is the first update that you guys may have seen, guys and gals, okay, may have seen regarding some of the delays that we were experiencing. By this point in time, what was happening was that some of the providers, when we were inquiring them on when they will deliver our components, were simply not responding at all. Okay, so this is the first experience we got off. Well, this is a real issue, and we're gonna have to do something about this, and we may experience some delays. This is why we sent an update on this matter. Afterwards, once the situation was evident, we did a short video. You may have seen it, an update video that just with the same structure of the update videos that we tend to do. And we simply wanted to offer you guys all the details of what was happening and the delays that we had. By this point, providers were claiming that they will be able to deliver by September or October 2021. You may have seen those videos. This is why we were offering the delivery of the Kickstarter kits by late 2021. Okay, so this was our initial delay. This was the original delay date that we offered you guys through our updates. Now, after that, something really good happened, because it hasn't all been bad news. Okay. We know that we've experienced this situation, that it's bad for everybody, and we're pretty sorry with this matter, by the way. But what happened in July 2021 is that we finally achieved an investment that was pretty interesting for us. It's going to give us some propulsion as we move forward. Okay, so it's going to give us some energy as we move forward. Also, for some of the things that I'm going to be referring to afterwards regarding the redesigns that have allowed us to stay stable as a company, okay? This was a pretty important step, and we were able to achieve an investment from an entity which is the Open University of Catalonia. We have already released all the information through the social networks that we are participating in. But basically, the interesting thing about this is that we managed to get an investment from an entity that understood the project. So we could have gone for different types of investors, angel investors, that sometimes are harsher on the conditions that they require from us. But we wanted to make sure that we got someone in that understood the nature of the project, especially the open source nature of the software components that we offer at Chordata. And this was a real achievement for us, okay? After that, and let me see if I can get to this. Well, we also received an Epic grant. This is great news. We're pretty happy to join the Epic Mega Grant team, and we're happy to receive their support as well. Obviously, some good news over there as well. We've been working on a lot of things. Bruno will get on this matter afterwards. And now we get to the point where we are right now, okay? Just a brief update in case you haven't checked the last update we sent through Kickstarter, in case some of you have not been able to review that or receive the email, in case that you're within the pre-orders group. So the last situation that we encountered was we were missing two components, okay? So by the previous month, by October, we were missing just two components. These were the PCA 9615, okay, and the sensor, the LSM9 DS1, okay. These two components are vital, obviously, for the sensor, as any of the components would be, but these are just really crucial elements that we need to have. We managed to to turn around the situation with the PCA element, with the PCA component. And what we did is we found an alternative. I'll refer to this in a bit, but basically we found an alternative that will work and that was available in the market at least in October. I don't know if it would be right now as of today. With the LSM9, we have a situation that is, they're telling us that we will be able to receive those sensors by January or December. So in order to pass all of the requirements that we need to pass in order to ship you the kits, we're offering the first semester of 2021 as the delivery date for the Kickstarter rewards, just because we need to, after we receive this units, there will be additional steps that we need to take, and then we need to ship all of your kits. Obviously, that's why we're referring to the first semester of 2022 as the release date that we have, that we can work with as of today. Okay, we obviously this is a really strange situation, as you all will know, that it's a worldwide matter that we couldn't just go through. We're dealing with that, so we ask for your kindness in terms of we're doing all we can in order to deliver those kits as fast as possible. We know we're delayed, and be aware that if it was for us, you will already have your kits at hand. We're making the best of what we have right now, which is we're working on developments, we're working on tools so that the kits that you will receive will actually be better than what we could have offered at the Kickstarter with the release date that we originally had. So you're actually gonna receive a better product once it's ready to ship to your hands. Okay. Now, with this situation with the components, as I said, we need to incorporate a different component, which was not the one that we had in mind, and also we're waiting for the remaining one. This situation led us to think of possibilities. We obviously thought of what can we do in order to speed up this process, okay? And I think, Bruno, it would be interesting for you to join me at this point, just to give everybody an idea of the redesigns that we thought of, or the situations we had where we had to rethink the sensor and maybe think of possible alternatives. I think you'll be better suited to go through that.
Okay, yeah. Do you hear me now?
I think we can all hear you well. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, first of all, as Juancho discussed, there was a lot of development going on during this time. Some of them were not expected to be done in this period because once we find out of this shortage of components, we kind of try several strategies in order to deliver the rewards in a timely manner. And yeah, some of the things that happen, I will share my screen now. Let me know if you get them.
There you go.
Okay, at a certain point, this is something that you people following the forum might have seen. There was this shortage of the LSM component, the sensor, and some of the users were asking for an alternative. So at that time, we found out that there was this availability of this other sensor, which is called the ICM 20948, which is kind of equivalent to the one that we are using, the LSM. So we decided to give it a shot and try to redesign the cassette, starting for the regular line of cassettors, and we made the design and publish it. And one of the ideas was to redesign the Cassettor++, the one which is will be delivering as the rewards. But after just a few weeks after we made this design, we discovered that that sensor was also went out of stock. So in the end, this strategy didn't work out. Just to give you guys an update on what strategies, the things we were doing while we were waiting and while we were trying to resolve all this situation. So yeah, and then we just discard this design. We perhaps will be publishing it as a free version in the future, but for the time being, it's almost impossible to find even the LSM of the ECM sensors. So that didn't work at the end. So instead, there was this other redesign, which is much more recent, in which some of the updates we delivered last week was about us finding this equivalent component, which is the PCI 9616, I think. The last one was 161. I don't know. It's just a bus. This is what delivers the bus connection between the cassettors and the hub. What you're seeing here is a render of the current version of the hub++. So yeah, this tiny sensors, the tiny components that you see here are the previous ones. And what we were able to find now and to buy, and we already have in stock, is this equivalent component, which, as you can see, will require a minimal re-engineering of these boards in order to be complete. And that, yeah, this is something that we already have, and we are just waiting for the sensor to arrive, and we will have all the components ready to go. And as Juancho said, this should happen, what the provider is telling us, should happen by the end of this year, beginning of the next one. And of course, we will be sending more updates about this. That's it. Juancho, should I talk about other development we have been doing during this year, or we shall leave it for the next?
What I was thinking of, maybe you can stop sharing the screen, Bruno.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we were thinking of as of today, guys, is we're gonna try to leave this sessions for, I don't know, 20-15 minutes. We don't want to take too much of your time. All of the developments that we have, some of them have been reported. Okay, so they're on the updates in Kickstarter. Some are not. Okay, because we've been working on them lately. But what we want to do is keep it short so we can point to specific matters. This one, of course, was special because we wanted to report you guys on everything that had happened so far with the delivery of the Kickstarter kits. And what we want to do next one, which should happen in about a month, we'll be communicating through the through regular channels, okay, through the Kickstarter updates and through our social networks. Is do another session where we talk about all the developments that we've been doing, okay? Which is why you would be receiving a better kit, a better product, as I said, than the one you actually purchased during the Kickstarter crowdfunding, okay? But Bruno, maybe you want to just point out just like tiny bits of what we'll be reviewing, or just naming the developments, giving a short overview of what that would be. And maybe we can leave it afterwards so that everybody can ask questions if they want to tackle any or review any of the things that we've said so far.
Yeah, great. So there was a lot of things going on, and one of the first things to be complete during all this process was the textile development, which is great. We would love to share you more about that. We were also one of the main developments during this year was the Kickstarter ++ firmware, which is already done. There was also a porting of the Chordata framework to ROS. Probably many of you don't know ROS is a robotic framework which is really flexible and is great for many things. We're mainly using that in internal development, but this will also be a great tool for some of the people using Chordata and robotics or interfacing with external software. We created a new armature, a new avatar, which you have already seen. The Notebook module, the Python module is developing and is really ahead on a really advanced stage to be complete. We recently finished a new post calibration, which is giving us much better results. We already shared a little update about that a couple of weeks ago, which is not the complete version. We do have now the complete version, which is great, and that's what probably we'll be talking about in the next live stream. And what else? Okay, yeah, we are implementing the new. I see that someone is asking already. We're implementing the new translation algorithm estimation. So I don't know if you want to talk a little more about that, answering the question, or Juancho.
Let's check if it's the first question we have. Maybe we can. Let me check what we have. We have everything else is fine. Would spatial translation be ready in any capacity by the time of the? Okay, that's already more or less tackled.
Well, I haven't said if it will be ready. Thing is that as soon as we have the components, we will be putting all our efforts in making the production and shipping it. So it really depends on when these components arrive. If they arrive early, like next month, We will be putting all our efforts there, and the algorithm, the translation spatial targeting algorithm, might be ready, but might not already be implemented in order to ship it.
Yeah.
But if not, if the provider takes a couple of months in deliver, we might ship with this translation algorithm
already implemented. At least as a beta, I guess, that could be managed at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see we have another comment. Any update on the notochord? I am a beta tester, having inconsistent and inaccurate readings on the default biped configuration in Blender shortly after calibration.
Okay, so are you talking about the old notochord or the new model? Of course, the new model is not available, so you might be talking about the old notochord. We have been doing several updates and fixes to the old notochord, but since we were mostly focused in finishing the new one, and the team is working in several things at once, we sometimes just don't publish or don't make a big announcement on changes on the old notochord. So please, if you are experiencing this type of issues, do go to the forum, because me and the main team is always on the forum, and you will get an answer in as quick as possible, normally in the day or in a couple of days. So we are really active there, and if you got any issue, please do communicate over there. For example, if you're having these inconsistencies, we might push the last changes right away, and you might get really better results right away.
Yeah, that's important to point out, and it's nice that you pointed out, Bruno. Guys, we're completely accessible through our forums. Okay, Bruno, it's usually pretty up on every message that we receive in the forum. So you have direct contact with him. It's as we grow, this may not happen. We may need to incorporate more people to the team. So by this point in Chordata, you're being the first ones. You're getting that level of access to all of us. So we do this Q&As just to be 100% transparent, but you can always contact us through the forum, and we're ready to answer. Even if it's those hard questions that sometimes we need to answer. Okay. Also with the we were receiving messages from a beta tester, so it's normal, during the beta setup, we did experience a lot of inconsistencies that needed to be fixed. It's part of the beta process. By the way, thanks to those reports, we've been able to fix some of the issues with the software components, and also to think of the hardware and how we should evolve, thanks to the beta testers. So it's a good time to thank all of the beta testers out there who are quite active in Chordata's community. I don't know if we have anything else. I think we have no messages so far that I can read, at least. I'm gonna check our email at some point to see if there's anything that we should be tackling. But if we have nothing else, I think we can end it for today. So last second, guys, in case anybody wants to be able to get their answer with us live. Okay. So I think, Bruno, we can finish it up for today. It's pretty good. Good timings. So 24 minutes as of right now. We're pretty on topic. We will be announcing a new update, a new Q&A session, okay, soon. It will be in about a month. We'll try to make it in December, early December, okay, so that it doesn't, get on top of the holidays. And we will be talking, as I said, about the developments that we've been going through, okay, so we can go in further detail on how Bruno and the rest of our tech team has been working on those developments. On that note, guys, thanks for joining us. Sorry for all the technical inconveniences. This will hopefully get better as we move forward. And we expect to see you again for the next Q&A session, okay? Have a great day, guys.
Bye.